What if healing goes beyond repairing treasured objects and extends to mending the soul? Suzie Fletcher's path from heartbreak to becoming a beloved expert on the repair shop is more than just a tale of craftsmanship. It's a powerful story of resilience, redemption, and finding hope in the most unexpected places. Join us as we delve into the inspiring life of a woman who, with every restoration, isn't just fixing heirlooms. She's piecing her own spirit back together, one stitch at a time. Suzie Fletcher, the talented leather expert from the repair shop, has a life story shaped by personal tragedies that reach far beyond her well-known struggles with dyslexia. While dyslexia made her early years difficult, the emotional and physical challenges she endured later in life were far more devastating. Among these, Suzie experienced the heartbreaking loss of her husband, a man whose dark side left scars that many viewers would find hard to imagine. On screen, Suzie radiates passion and energy, but behind that infectious smile lies a woman who has overcome unimaginable pain. Few would suspect that this kind and graceful expert was once trapped in a marriage marked by severe abuse. Her late husband, James Allen Baker, whom Suzie lovingly called Rob, was both the man she married with high hopes and the person who inflicted some of the worst emotional and physical suffering in her life. Suzie met Rob shortly after moving to the United States, and what started as a blossoming friendship soon developed into romance. The couple married, filled with dreams of building a happy life together. For 15 years, they remained husband and wife, but the romance faded faster than anyone could have anticipated. From the outside, their marriage may have seemed happy in its early days, but Suzie quickly began to notice troubling signs. What began as minor emotional slights evolved into deliberate psychological attacks. One of the most disturbing examples was Rob's habit of hanging pictures of other women around their home. These images weren't random. They were intentionally chosen to undermine Suzie's sense of worth. It was a cruel way to exert control, leaving her feeling inadequate and powerless in her own home. For many, these early red flags would have been reason enough to leave, but Suzie clung to hope, believing that the man she had once loved would change. She wanted to believe that the kind Rob she married was still in there somewhere, buried beneath the anger and cruelty. Instead, things only got worse. The abuse became more frequent, and verbal manipulation gave way to physical confrontations. Despite the mounting fear, Suzie stayed. She endured countless arguments that ended with bruises, both on her body and in her spirit. One particular encounter remains seared in her memory, a night when the abuse escalated to a life-threatening level. The incident started as an argument, like many others before it. As tensions flared, Suzie stormed out of the room, slamming the door in frustration. But in doing so, she accidentally hit Rob with the door, an unintentional act that would set off a terrifying chain of events. Rob's response was immediate and terrifying. With his background as a competitive wrestler, he had both the skill and the strength to overpower her. He chased Suzie down the hallway, and in a panic, she ran in the wrong direction, trapping herself in a corner. Before she could react, Rob grabbed her by the throat, lifted her off the ground, and began choking her. In that harrowing moment, Suzie felt utterly powerless, convinced that her life was about to end. This terrifying encounter wasn't an isolated event. It was just one of many that marked their marriage, incidents laced with emotional manipulation and physical abuse. Despite everything, Suzie kept holding on, trying to make the marriage work. She stayed through the bruises, the humiliation, and the fear, hoping against hope that things would improve. But they didn't. Even with all the pain she endured, Suzie's instinct was to survive, not just physically, but emotionally. Her strength lies not only in her ability to endure, but in her eventual decision to reclaim her life from the shadows of abuse. Though it took time, Suzie Fletcher would one day rise above the trauma, emerging stronger and more resilient than ever before. Today, as she shares her story with the world, it's clear that Suzie's journey wasn't just about overcoming dyslexia or personal tragedy. It was about rediscovering her sense of self after years of living in fear. Until his sudden death from pancreatic cancer in 2013, Suzie Fletcher and her late husband Rob faced a life filled with both joy and sorrow. The diagnosis came as a devastating shock to them both, as Rob's illness had remained hidden until it was far too late to intervene. Listening to Suzie reflect on her marriage, one might easily view Rob as a bad partner. However, Suzie is quick to clarify this perception, believing that their marriage faltered not due to one person's shortcomings, but rather because both were flawed individuals navigating their own complexities. She acknowledges that Rob was deeply damaged, battling insecurities that influenced his behavior toward her. "As I got to know him better," she explained, "I realized that he had been massively traumatized, and with that comes some coping mechanisms that aren't exactly healthy." He turned to alcohol to numb the pain. Over time, Suzie came to understand the extent of Rob's struggles, recognizing that he was overwhelmed by the negative influences stemming from his upbringing. Rather than walking away from their marriage, she felt compelled to stay, hoping to offer him the love and support he desperately needed. In the wake of Rob's death, Suzie took the time to process the trauma she had endured throughout their relationship. She honored the love they had shared, reflecting on their happier moments while not shying away from acknowledging the darker aspects of their marriage. This journey of reflection led her to write her memoir, The Sun Over the Mountains, a story of hope, healing, and restoration, a deeply personal account of her experiences with love, abuse, and the path to healing. Through her story, Suzie aims to offer hope to others who may find themselves in similar situations, proving that it is indeed possible to rebuild and restore oneself after facing immense hardship. Yet, as if grappling with the sudden loss of her husband wasn't enough, Suzie's struggles with feelings of inadequacy had begun long before her marriage to Rob. Growing up, she faced significant challenges due to dyslexia, a learning difficulty that greatly affected her ability to read, write, and spell. This condition significantly impacted her academic life, leaving her feeling misunderstood and undervalued. In an interview, Suzie candidly shared how challenging her early years were because of this learning disability. "I often felt not terribly bright," she admitted, as she struggled to keep pace with traditional learning methods in an era when dyslexia was not widely recognized or understood. Her academic challenges were frequently misinterpreted as a lack of effort or intelligence, further exacerbating her feelings of isolation and self-doubt. This misunderstanding made school a difficult environment for her, not just academically, but also emotionally. However, despite the significant challenges she faced, Suzie discovered that her creative abilities offered her a lifeline. From a young age, she recognized her natural talent for working with her hands. Engaging in tasks that allowed her to express her creativity and passion provided her with a sense of fulfillment, not measured by traditional academic standards. In her memoir, she reflects on how her creativity became her saving grace, shifting her focus from what she struggled with to what she could achieve. One of Suzie's most significant escapes during her challenging school years was her deep love for horses. Hailing from Oxfordshire, England, she grew up in a family passionate about horses and craftsmanship. This environment nurtured her fascination with equestrian life and the equipment associated with it, including saddles and bridles. Exposure to this world sparked her interest in leatherwork, revealing the artistry involved in creating and maintaining these essential items. Her parents' encouragement and their rural lifestyle further fueled her fascination with traditional crafts, laying the groundwork for her future endeavors. It was through this early exposure that Suzie found not only a creative outlet, but also a sense of identity. One that would eventually lead her to become a skilled leather expert and a source of inspiration for others facing their own battles. As Suzie continues to share her journey with the world, her story serves as a testament to resilience, reminding us all that even in the face of overwhelming adversity, it is possible to rise above our circumstances. Through her memoir and her experiences, she inspires others to find their own paths to healing and empowerment, proving that love, even when complicated, can lead to profound personal growth. Suzie Fletcher's journey is not just a story of loss, it is a celebration of hope and the enduring human spirit. Suzie Fletcher's love for horses provided her with a sense of purpose and direction that school had failed to offer. In a world where she often felt misunderstood due to her learning disability, her bond with animals became a sanctuary, helping her navigate the emotional struggles that dyslexia imposed on her life. Determined to turn her passion into a career, Suzie made the brave decision to train at Cordwainers College in London, where she honed her skills in leatherwork. This step marked the beginning of a transformative journey that would lead her across the ocean to the United States. In America, she ran a thriving business specializing in saddles and leather goods for several years. While academic subjects had consistently frustrated her, saddle making allowed Suzie to excel in a field that celebrated her creative abilities and attention to detail. However, even amid her growing success as a saddler, Suzie's challenges were far from over. As an adult, she continued to grapple with the complexities of dyslexia, which affected various aspects of her life. Yet, her determination to focus on her strengths rather than dwell on her weaknesses propelled her forward, shaping her into the resilient woman she is today. Known for her quiet strength, Suzie often reflects on the profound influence of her family and the unique upbringing her parents provided. One of the most pivotal elements of her story is her mother's battle with postpartum depression, a condition that affects countless women worldwide, but was even less understood and more stigmatized during her mother's time. Postpartum depression, or postnatal depression, can lead to feelings of sadness, exhaustion, and emotional numbness following childbirth. Today, it's recognized as a serious mental health condition that requires proper medical attention and support. The treatment options available back then were harsh and inadequate, forcing many women, including Suzie's mother, to suffer in silence. The emotional toll this illness took on her family significantly shaped Suzie's early life, instilling in her a deep sense of empathy and resilience that has guided her throughout her journey. In interviews, she often expresses admiration for her mother, who, despite her struggles, managed to create a loving and nurturing environment for Suzie and her brother. Suzie is acutely aware of how challenging it must have been for her mother to navigate the demands of parenthood while silently battling an invisible illness that few recognized, let alone understood. Her father, a hydrologist, played an equally crucial role during this difficult time, providing support and striving to maintain a sense of normalcy for the family. Together, her parents exhibited incredible resilience in the face of adversity. While they lacked the resources and understanding that many families have today, they remained committed to fostering a stable and loving home for their children. Suzie cherishes this aspect of her upbringing, recognizing that her parents did the best they could in a time when help was scarce. After supporting her mother through her lowest moments and mourning the loss of her late husband, Suzie found herself at a crossroads. She was in search of a new direction in life, one that would allow her to rebuild her confidence, heal from her emotional wounds, rediscover joy, and find solace in her work. Joining the cast of The Repair Shop became a pivotal part of Suzie's healing journey. The show not only provided her with an opportunity to showcase her leather and saddle-making skills in a meaningful way, but also introduced her to a supportive community that played a vital role in rebuilding her self-esteem. Through this experience, Suzie discovered that she was not alone in her struggles and that sharing her story could inspire others facing similar challenges. By embracing her passion for craftsmanship and finding a new family in her colleagues at the shop, Suzie was able to transform her pain into purpose. She learned that vulnerability could coexist with strength, and that it was possible to rebuild a life filled with hope and joy, even after enduring immense hardship. Suzie's journey to the repair shop began with her brother, Steve Fletcher, a beloved member of the show's team. Steve, a talented horologist specializing in clock and watch repair, had been part of the program since its inception. His role on the show allowed him to witness firsthand the transformative power of this unique environment, both personally and professionally. He observed how the series, with its emphasis on craftsmanship, restoration, and the emotional stories behind the items, fostered a nurturing and supportive community for both cast members and participants. Recognizing Suzie's need for healing and growth, Steve knew that the repair shop was the perfect place for her to thrive. For those unfamiliar, The Repair Shop is a heartwarming British television series that first graced the screens of BBC Two in March 2017, before making its move to BBC One in March 2020. The show features a talented team of skilled craftsmen and women dedicated to restoring cherished family heirlooms and precious items, breathing new life into them. Led by furniture restorer and charismatic host Jay Blades, the expert team includes various artisans such as metal worker Dominic Chinia, carpenter and cabinet specialist Will Kirk, clock restorer Suzie Fletcher, and ceramics conservator Kirsten Ramsey, among others. The show's format invites clients to bring in their treasured, albeit damaged, items, which the expert team then carefully repairs. The emotional connections people have with these items, often passed down through generations, create a tapestry of heartwarming, occasionally tear-jerking stories that resonate with viewers. Known for its gentle, feel-good approach, the repair shop shines a light on craftsmanship and personal stories, drawing in an audience that appreciates its focus on heritage and skilled restoration work. The popularity of the show has led to multiple seasons, special episodes, and even international adaptations in countries like Australia, the Netherlands, and Belgium. Its heartwarming nature has garnered critical acclaim, leading to numerous nominations and awards. After returning to the United Kingdom in 2017, Suzie found herself yearning for something that would allow her to continue her craft, while also providing a sense of purpose and community. A crucial element that had been missing from her life amidst a period of grief and loss. Seeing an opportunity for his sister to channel her skills in a meaningful way, Steve suggested that Suzie join the repair shop. He firmly believed that, with her extensive experience, she would flourish in the positive environment the show nurtured. Encouraged by her brother's confidence in her abilities, Suzie reached out to the show's producers, eager to share her remarkable background. She detailed her decades of experience in leatherworking and saddle making, highlighting her deep knowledge of the craft. Suzie's passion for restoring items with meticulous care and precision impressed the producers, setting the stage for her new adventure on the show. When Suzie Fletcher joined the repair shop at the start of its second season, it wasn't just her exceptional talent that the producers recognized. They also saw the emotional depth she brought to the show. Since then, she has blossomed into a cherished member of the cast, known for her meticulous craftsmanship and compassionate approach to restoring treasured items. Her unique skills filled a significant niche on the team, making her the go-to expert for restoring leather pieces, from worn-out saddles to beloved family heirlooms. For Suzie, working in the repair shop transcended the confines of a traditional job. It became a vital part of her healing process. Her brother Steve had been right all along. The sense of community she discovered on the show was instrumental in her journey to rebuild her lost confidence. Each day, she found herself connecting with individuals who brought in their precious items, many of whom had their own emotional stories to share. This shared empathy not only deepened Suzie's connection to her work, but also enhanced the therapeutic impact of her role on the show. Given her years of experience, it's no surprise that Suzie has emerged as a standout figure within the cast. Her genuine warmth and authenticity make it nearly impossible not to love her. In many ways, Suzie's past struggles have shaped her approach to life and her work on the repair shop. She is known for her compassionate nature and her remarkable ability to connect with people on a deeply emotional level. This understanding of pain has enabled her not only to excel in her craft, but also to extend empathy and kindness to those in need. This inclination towards empathy has driven Suzie to contribute to various charitable events through the repair shop. One notable example was their involvement in the Children in Need campaign back in 2021. During this event, Suzie and her fellow team members restored a beloved teddy bear that held immense sentimental value for its owner. In 2022, the team continued their commitment to good causes by restoring a beautifully carved wooden chair, further emphasizing the show's dedication to using their skills for meaningful and charitable endeavors. In addition to her profound work on the repair shop, Suzie Fletcher, along with other cast members, took part in a special comic relief parody in 2022. Teaming up with comedy legends like Dawn French, Jennifer Saunders, and the esteemed actress Dame Judi Dench, the lighthearted sketch playfully mimicked the show's format, infusing a sense of fun and entertainment into the charity event. This delightful parody not only brought smiles to viewers' faces, but also celebrated the craftsmanship and spirit that defined the repair shop. In one memorable moment, the sketch featured a whimsical doll capable of transporting Dame Judy back to the past, prompting her playful question, "Are you ready?" While the show continues to air, Suzie Fletcher remains an active and beloved presence. Recently, she shared exciting updates about her current projects, revealing that she has been incredibly busy filming new episodes of The Repair Shop. In a recent interview, she expressed her heartfelt gratitude for being part of the show, describing it as lovely and emphasizing that her work feels like the foundation of her career. She highlighted how humbling it is to contribute to a program that aligns perfectly with her values, particularly the significance of craftsmanship and restoration. Beyond filming, Suzie embarked on a book tour following the release of her first biography earlier that year. This memoir primarily focuses on her time living in America, where she experienced what she described as a wild but fulfilling journey, always grounded by her craft. She reflected on how her work as a craftsman provided her with stability and safety during those transformative years. Looking ahead, Suzie mentioned that she took a break from filming last year to embark on a series of exciting projects. These include designing and creating coats and luggage from recycled materials, and recreating patterns from the casemaker's workbooks she has collected over the years. Additionally, she is innovating new saddle designs and plans to travel back to America soon, further expanding her horizons and expertise. Needless to say, Suzie has achieved remarkable success working on The Repair Shop, and as a result, she has made a significant fortune for herself. As of 2024, Suzie's estimated net worth ranges from $1 million to $2 million, which is quite impressive for a restorer. Her financial success stems from her time as an independent saddle maker and restorer in the United States, in addition to her current role on the show. This trajectory showcases not only her longevity in the industry, but also her unwavering passion for her craft. Thank you for joining us on this inspiring journey through Suzie Fletcher's life and her impactful work on The Repair Shop. Her story is a powerful reminder of resilience, creativity, and the importance of community in overcoming challenges. As we watch her continue to thrive in her craft and share her talents with the world, we are reminded that every piece we restore holds a story worth telling. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this journey with others who might find inspiration in Suzie's incredible journey. Until next time, keep celebrating the beauty of craftsmanship